Hey folks, just wanted to show you a quick video of a couple new knives that I just received in the mail in the last couple days. The one at the top here is the Cold Steel Recon 1, and this one I believe used to have a black blade coating on it. Someone's removed it, similar to my Cold Steel American Lawman. If you've seen that video, I imagine the same process was used or something similar. And the whole reason that I purchased this knife was because I wanted to try out the Ultra Lock, which Cold Steel doesn't use anymore. And just from usage, I don't know how it is internally, but it is incredibly similar in its feel and its function to Benchmade's Axis Lock. And I'm not sure if that's why they don't use it anymore or not, but it is really cool. It's a little bit difficult for me to flick it out on camera, but you can see that, I mean, it basically operates exactly the same way. So that one's pretty fun. It's a Tanto, which I don't really prefer. They're a little less convenient for me to sharpen, and I find the blade shape to be not quite as useful, at least for my purposes, as you know, a standard, something with a curve to it, like that Spyderco that you see there. Something with just the smooth, rounded belly to the blade. This one with that hard angle point, I don't know that that's going to be as effective. But I just kind of wanted to show these off. This one's probably not long for the collection. This one's probably going to go away soon, but I just wanted to get one and play with it for a while and try it out, see how I like it. And it's a made in Taiwan, you can see there on the blade. That's kind of cool. I think a lot of Cold Steel's knives are now specifically made in China, but that's kind of a telltale sign that this is one of the older ones. It's got a nice clip on it. A lot of the knife sticks out of my pocket. You can see that's about a full, probably over an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter, that sticks out of your pocket when you have this one clipped on. So it kind of seems like they could have moved it back farther. Not really sure why they didn't, but really cool knife. Just probably not going to get carried. I just had to get it, try out that little lock, and then I'll probably pass it on to someone else to try. And it's heavy. I'm not sure of the weight off the top of my head, but that is a heavy knife. And then this one I'm really, really excited with. I was eager to get this one in the mail, and now that I have it in my hands, I'm really delighted with the design. Incredibly light. This is the Spyderco UK Penknife, or you'll often see it shortened to UKPK online. And this one uses a steel that I am not at all familiar with yet, and that is CTS BD1. So the other knife that I have, the other knife that I have with the same, or with a steel from the same company, is my CTS XHP Paramilitary 2. Which hasn't got a ton of use, but I'm really happy with the steel so far. I've never tried this BD1, and I'm interested to see how it performs. But I also was really interested in getting one of these knives because, as a lot of you know, this is one of Spyderco's Slip It line, in that it's a slip joint. This knife does not lock, so when it's fully opened, all it has keeping it open is spring tension, and then you just simply defeat that spring tension, and it closes. But it's actually pretty stout, and because of its small size and light frame, once the spring opens the blade out, it actually stays in place really well. But what's nice is when you're all done cutting and you want to put it up, just some pressure on the back of the blade ramp, and that little choil at the bottom catches against your finger so you don't cut yourself. And then you just push it closed one-handed. So opens one-handed, closes one-handed, really convenient. Obviously, UK, United Kingdom, this knife was intended for some locations internationally that are not allowed to have a locking blade, and so this is a nice alternative. This is a high quality knife that someone could carry. Beautiful Spyderco knife, but that would still be legal in their, in their jurisdiction. So really, really cool. I'm really pleased with the design. Beautifully designed, really smooth, very comfortable. That little finger choil right there makes it a perfect fit for my hand. I usually carry a larger knife, but that little choil really makes it, makes it a good fit despite the small size. And I really like the blade shape. I know there's also some full flat grind models of the UKPK. This one, as you can see, is I believe it's saber ground or flat ground. And I'm not too worried about that blade shape because I know that this one's still going to sharpen and slice really well. Nice, super low riding pocket clip. If you like a deep carry pocket clip, this one barely has. You can kind of see right at the top there, maybe an eighth of an inch, maybe a 16th to an eighth of an inch that sticks out. So very, very deep carry, and it is so incredibly light. I mean, I don't have the numbers right in front of me. I'd have to guess 2 ounces or maybe even a little bit less. but it's so light that if it's in your pocket, the thinness combined with the weight means you just pretty much don't even feel it. So that one was definitely my favorite of the two, and this one I'm going to keep and use for a long time. In fact, I actually got this one because sometimes I go to places in California where you're not allowed to have a larger blade. LA County, you have to have a blade that is 3 inches or under. And I thought having something like this with a nice non-locking blade made it, you know, even a little bit less intimidating for people who might be offended by some such things. So this one gives me a nice small blade and you know, a non-locking one at that. So very unweapon-like, but great design, wonderful knife. Can't wait to carry this and use it for a while. And after I get some good use on it, I'll go ahead and review it. So just wanted to kind of let you guys come along for the ride and see a couple of new knives I just picked up, and I'm going to try them out for a while and see how they work. The Recon one is probably not very long for my collection, as I've already mentioned, but it was still a cool knife to try anyway, and I had to at least get my hands on it one time. I know some of you know what I'm talking about when I say that. Some knives you just have to try them. So there you go. Thanks for coming along, and I'll come back with some more reviews and videos soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.